2024 is soon to close its doors and we will enter into 2025. And before we do that, here's a list of my top 10 worst movies of 2024, as well as my top 10 best movies of 2024. So starting off with the worst 10, you can barely see anything in Red One. I think it was a major waste of time and an extremely waste of $250 million. Kung Fu Panda 4 should not have been made. It didn't have the OG characters that we grew to love. I felt like it was an extremely waste of time and just a cash grab. Night Swim is not a wave that I want to endure again. I really did not enjoy it. And this is a perfect example as to why January horror release films worry me. Afraid was nothing to be afraid of, and it's just the same concept of why we need to fear AI over and over and over again. It's getting tiring, it's getting worn out. Let's move on to something better. The Exorcism is another example as to having a good concept and a poor execution can ruin the whole film. Going from the Borderlands games that were fun to a Borderlands movie that wasn't fun just bothers me. I'm getting tired of these video game or anime adaptations into live action, and y'all just need to get it right or else we're throwing hands. I don't care what anybody has to say, Demon Slayer was not a movie. You can't take 2 episodes of a show, blast off the gain, and then call it a day. The fact that Strangers Chapter 1 did so horribly and is getting a sequel is so mind-boggling, but yet it doesn't surprise me. I'm not watching that sequel though. We were given an almost all-black horror film and they butchered it, and I am very disappointed in Netflix for doing that. It's another prime example of having a good concept but poor execution. And the worst movie of the year goes to Madam Web. I'm not gonna talk about why I didn't like this film, because if I do, it's gonna ruin my day. So I'm gonna let everybody else's memory of this film do the talking. And that's about it for the worst movies of 2024. Now, on to the best movies of 2024. Let's get into it. Inside Out 2 was so much more meaningful than the first one. I had so many emotions watching this film and I loved it. My Old Ass is a comedic coming of age film that I feel like a lot of people would connect with. I love the idea of having your future self be almost siblings with your current self. The Fire Inside is the last movie that I saw of 2024, and I'm glad that I didn't pre-film this before watching this film, because I would have missed out on this opportunity to even add this on the list. Please watch this film. The Wild Robot had me tearing up and going through so many emotions while watching it, and I don't think I had this type of experience watching a DreamWorks film than when I last saw The Prince of Egypt. Cabrini is a biopic with a timeless meaning, and even though it came out in March, it still has a hold on me. Wicked was not on my film bingo card for what I was gonna put on my top 10 movies. I was absolutely shocked and blown away by this film, and I am extremely excited for the sequel. Honora takes the classic fairy tale formula and flips it on its head in this dark humor drama. I feel like I've talked about Nosferatu enough in my review in the movie recap, and I think we're kind of done hearing about it. Really good film though. Dune 2 is a great sequel, and knowing what I know about the lore, I am amped for the third one. And the best movie for 2024, The King Tide, a movie that questions human nature and its ability to overcome hard times while tackling the themes of idolization and manipulation. The best film of 2024 for me personally. We are done. We've made it. Let's enter 2025. Good night or good day, whatever time of the day you're in. That's about it.